Welcome. We're at RTE Sports Focus Player of the Week. I'm Mr. Fundamental. I'm here with Focus Player of the Week, Darren Wheeler, 47 years old from Three's Company, recently injured. He's the captain, coach, and motivator of the team. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Every week, this is the first one. You're actually the first guest we got here, so you're the first Focus Player of the Week. Every week, we're going to have a new Focus Player of the Week. Every RTE league, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it doesn't matter. We're going to bring one player in every week just to talk about him. So we got Darren Wheeler here. Just recently ruptured Achilles. So you're retiring? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and retire. This is my first injury. I've been playing basketball since I can dribble. So this is my first injury, and I'm 47. And I figure if I wait till 47 to start having surgeries, it's time to retire. So I'm going to make a big deal out of it. I'm going to go on ESPN and get all my family together, and I'm going to let them know that I'm going to go ahead and retire and put my shoes up, and hopefully I'll get a banner hung somewhere, you know what I mean? But no, I'm serious.
Well, you get a banner in mind. We got a lot of old school players in this league, and so you're going to be sorely missed because we need it, because we all know with the younger players we got in today, they got no respect. They don't have the fundamentals that us old people got, so we're definitely going to miss you. So that brings me to a couple questions I got for you. First off, who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite NBA team right
now? Right now, man, the NBA sucks. I try and watch it, but it's like the refs. I don't know what happened to reffing in all sports, even in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of. Can't touch. I'm from the old school. I'm a bad boy. I'm from Michigan, so I've been here 8 years. So.
I was a big Celtic fan, and I've always been a big Celtic fan, and we all know those games back in the 80s. If you pull up Bill Laimbeer, Kevin McHale, there was some punches being thrown. You are right. Today, the NBA players, they're a lot more friendlier to each other. Obviously, the refs are more part of the game. We saw last night, if you remember, KD was tossed like that.
That's because they're soft. They want to run their mouths instead of play basketball.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And, when I tore my Achilles, I'm 47. But I had 20 when I went down. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing hair. You know what I'm saying? These young kids, they don't understand the young aspect.
And I think that's got a lot to do with the high schools these days. I remember back in the 90s, I don't remember that anybody can coach a high school team. Nowadays, you actually have to be a teacher to coach. So now, especially here in the Texas area, you got football coaches coaching the basketball teams. And a lot of the middle schools, they got teachers that have no basketball IQ.
None whatsoever, and that's
so
sad.
Therefore, I've coached AAU for a lot of years, and I've been telling a kid, hey, run a 2-3 zone, and have no idea what it is. Now, I know in our day, AAU, you had to be the cream of the crop. I was a good player in high school, and I didn't even make the AAU team. Now, everybody and their mama can have an AAU team. You can be the worst kid on your team and be a star in AAU, and that's what's gone wrong.
It's because it's all about money now.
Most definitely, it's money in politics. That's one of the reasons why I don't coach, because I got parents telling me I had to play a player because they pay the most money. Darren, I got to say, you a home run with this first Focus Player of the Week. I think me and you are going to get along well. So since you don't like the NBA.
I didn't say I didn't.
Oh, I don't like today's NBA game, so I'm pretty sure you don't have. Oh, let's go back. Okay, your favorite player. So let's go back to your favorite player back in the day.
Oh, Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. Huh?
I thought I was
Isaiah Thomas. God, I hated that guy. After he retired, I loved him. This is like Magic Johnson. I hated that guy. I hated Michael Jordan. But after good players retire, you learn to appreciate
I still hate Jordan.
All right, so let's go to the last question before we close it out.
And the Celtics.
Yeah, you probably hated the Celtics. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Man, I still got them games on VHS.
Oh, yeah, so do I. I actually got the game that Larry Bird stole the ball from you guys, which I'm pretty sure you're upset about. Oh, I know. Yeah, I had to throw that in there.
I know.
All right, so our last question is, since we are old school people, what would be, if you had just one motto for these young players, or just if you had one saying for these young players, what would it be?
Well, seeing as I have a son that's 19, he plays college football, this is a topic that you hit right on that I know everything about. But today's player need to understand that you have to work for what you want to get. Nothing is handed to you. I used to coach too. And what I've come to find is that I coached girls and boys, middle school. Girls are much easier to coach than boys because every boy that comes into your gym thinks they're the star of whoever is in that NBA at the time. So when you have those types of situations, you get what you see now. You know what I'm saying? I remember, yeah, we had a few players wanting to come out in high school or whatever, but everybody, to me, when I was growing up, the people that played basketball with me in Detroit area, we wanted to go to college. We didn't care about going out of high school straight to the league. Yeah, the money was there or whatnot, but it was a matter of going to college and experiencing college life. Now these kids think that they see these millions of dollars, they got all these different avenues to make the money, and yeah, everybody struggles. And why we weren't the richest family either, you know what I mean? But at the same token, I wanted to go to college myself so I could experience something different. Different people, different cultures, different people from all over the world. So today's athlete, what I would tell today's athlete coming out of middle school, high school, work on your craft. Don't worry about every other thing, the material things that go with it. Because if you love something, you're gonna do it. If you don't love it, you're not gonna ever perfect whatever it is that you love. So work on your game. Not only work on your game, but allow yourself to put yourself in positions to better yourself in other aspects of life. Because when you're involved in team sports, it's a team thing. It's almost like a family thing. It gives you responsibility, just like life does. And these kids have no direction. They don't, everything is on the phones, everything is on the iPads, you know what I'm saying? They get on PlayStation and Xbox online with their buddies, and they kicking butt on 2K whatever, and they swear to goodness that they're Michael Jordan.
Yeah, they're looking for that one highlight. Darren, you hit it on the head with these young kids. That's a beautiful thing you just said. It's all about work. It's all about not making excuses. Because, you know, every time you see a young guy, when he turns over the ball, he wants to point at his teammate. He wants to point here. He wants to point at their coach. They don't want to take, you know, accountability, which is a big word there.
Right.
Darren, I think I think all the interviews after this is going to be tough to follow. You are definitely. We are glad to have you here.
Let me throw one more thing out there. You remember when you used to shovel the snow off the concrete? See, I'm from Michigan.
I'm from Colorado.
Okay,
I do that
so
all the time.
I used to have a paper route. And I had remember Huffy 10-speed?
I actually had a BMX bike.
I had a Huffy 10-speed, it was orange. And I had the rack, and I had the paper route. I used to wake up on Saturday mornings, dude, and go shovel the snow off the court.
Yep.
Just to work on my left hand and my right hand.
You
don't see no kids doing that. And even though it doesn't snow here in Texas, I don't see kids on a Saturday morning at a park, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy.
And that's the difference between players that make it and don't make it. And here's a perfect example. I'm going to tell this story really quick. I grew up in Colorado, and one guy that I played against, and I beat in a one-on-one competition when I was 12, was Chauncey Billups. Mm-hmm. And I remember he was a year ahead of me, and when I graduated, he was at CU. And we used to always go to play at this gym in Lafayette Rec Center, which he would go at. And of course, me, being a cocky kid, I went just to play. And I'd be there, I'd get there like 7 in the morning, he's already there shooting. You could see he's sweating. And I'm like, what is he doing? Then he would play with us for 2 or 3 hours.
That's how it was.
After that,
that's how it was.
I would leave. He would stay. And you could see, I mean, he worked on his craft. I mean, you always see him drilling with his left. He always had a guy like pushing on him, doing the tennis ball stuff. It was the biggest difference. It was a lesson to me. I was like, oh, I thought I worked hard. Mm-hmm. People don't understand professional basketball players. If you want to be a professional basketball player, or even a college basketball, D1 college basketball, you got to play 365 days a year, 8 hours a day. And not only be good on the court, but you got to be good here, because it takes IQ. You know, I mean, you can see the players that are super talented and failed in the NBA because they just don't have the IQ. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we're running out of time, Darren. That was great. I hope you stay with us and be part of the RTE team doing some announcements, because you did announce the game and it was great.
I'll do whatever I can, buddy.
I appreciate it. Maybe we can sit on the couch and do some focus players with me, you know, and look around. But we appreciate you. This is Mr. Fundamental and Darren, RTE Sports Focus Player of the Week. We'll see you next week. Thank you.